Flosstube! How's it going today? My name is Barbie, Petal Pusher, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, I've had several new subscribers lately, so thank you very much for that. Thank you everybody else who's been here for a while. Today is going to be what I did this summer kind of recap. I didn't have much time to make any Flosstube videos over the summer, and so I've got a brand new computer now, so fingers crossed I can actually do this for more than 10 minutes because I've got lots to show you. It's not really in any order except kind of chronological through the summer. So we're just going to jump in. I've got finishes, I've got haul, a lot of haul, and I've got lots and lots of whips. So we're down in my basement today. This is probably where I'm going to be recording from now on. And this is kind of like my little art area. I've been kind of redoing it a little. It's pretty messy. All my books and stuff over here and crud on the floor. But this is my own little zone in the house that I get to carve out that does not have toys in it, just adjacent to it. So anyway, let's get started. Way back, can't even remember when at this point, but somewhere in like May, June, I don't know, I finished Pretty Little Italy by Satsuma Street. And then that was my third Satsuma Street that I'd finished. I had Pretty Little London, Pretty Little Paris, and Pretty Little Italy. So finally I wanted to frame them and hang them together. And I kind of, you could see it behind me in my last video, but I want to explain what I did. So I found these at Joann's. They're a little wooden plaque, and this is printed on here, and I had the rope. And I've been really looking for something square for those patterns. And so these were on clearance. They were like $5 a piece or something like that because they were the springtime clearance stuff. So here's how it ended up. So what I did is I popped that plaque off, and then I used just scrapbook paper. I cut it. I found these nice pads of, I wonder if it's better this side. Lighting's a little better over here. I found these packs of just solid colors at Michael's. So I found a blue pack and a green pack that I bought. So I put that in there, and then this is foam core. I stretched and laced the piece on here and then hot glued it. And I did it so that if in the future, if I make more of these and I don't have more of these square frames to do it, I can rip this off and the stitching won't be hurt, and I can reframe them however I want. So there is, sorry, I'm getting used to where I need to go. There's Italy, and here is Pretty Little London. So I was too lazy to grab Paris. As you can see, they look really nice together. I did a coordinating blue color for each one of them because a lot of her patterns have blues and greens. So yeah, I really love how they turned out. So I've got the 3 of them hanging in front of my piano. And my mother-in-law was nice enough. She was at a Joann's in Springfield, Illinois, and she found 3 more for me. So I can have up to 6 kind of hanging in a grid. So in 15 years, when I get 3 more stitched, I'll be ready. So then let's say that was like beginning of June. So then I started getting some patriotic stitching itch. So I pulled out Let Freedom Ring by Lila's Studio. And I started this, not this last 4th of July, but the one before that. I love it. It's huge. It's going to be beautiful one day. I am not very far at all. I'm doing this on a 28 count even weave that I dyed myself, just coffee and tea dyed. And this is all the farther I am. I don't even have a page finish yet. Okay, there we go. You can see where I had a needle minder on there too long. So this last time I basically did all of this stuff. And I worked on it for a few days and I was like, oh, I'm moving right along. This is great. I'm actually going to make good progress this year. Maybe I can get the whole top, piece done. And I had every intention of doing that. And then Stephanie at Lindy Stitches blew that out of the water because she released Birds to the Bows. I'm sure you've seen this by now. And it is so stinking beautiful. So, of course, I had to drop everything I was doing and start it. Now this, I was really good, and I was really diligently working on it for quite some time. So I think the stitch along for this started, I want to say maybe the end of June, beginning of July. I don't know. I started early. Whenever the stitch along started, I started early because my big plan was This year was my 10th anniversary on August 2nd, and I don't have any sort of wedding sampler, so I thought, oh, this will be my wedding sampler. I'll use this. So I'm doing this on a 28 count even weave, again, that I dyed myself. I was trying to make it look like the color Lemonade by Color and Cotton, and I think I did pretty well. I stitched and I stitched and I stitched and on this, and I got so much done until I got distracted again, as you'll see here in a moment, but look where I'm at. Oh, it's so close. I've got about 1 3/4 pages to go. I'm pretty much sticking with her colors. I did change this top border, I think was charted as the brown, like in the branches, but I wanted more color, so I did it green. That's found in there. And basically, when I pulled all the called for colors that she had, they looked really dulled out. Since my fabric is such a bright, you know, lemonade-y kind of color, it really dulled them out, and I wanted really vibrant like in her picture. So I took each color and just kind of, not each and every one, but most of them, and kind of just like amped them up to the next brightest one, but same color family. So it's pretty true to what she has. I did pull out, that's one of the new DMCs. First time I've used one of those. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I love it. It is so pretty. Can't wait to get back to it. I will get this finished this year. That's my goal. I've got to get it done. So yeah, I just have one page here and this page here. You can see. Just got to finish Boy Birdie, and then this part really shouldn't take too long. And then yeah, it's done. So I was cruising along on that, doing oh so well. And then Lolly, love you Lolly, posted Barbara Anna's Black Cat Hollow Sal, and she posted the first one, and I thought, okay, here's this part. I thought, ooh, that's really cute. You don't need another thing to stitch though, so leave it alone. And you don't like mystery sals because a lot of times you don't end up liking the whole thing. So I was not gonna do it. I was gonna resist. And then the second part got posted, and it was also very stinking cute, and I thought, okay, forget it, I'm just gonna do it. So I kind of stopped working on Birds to the Boughs. I kind of was interchanging these two. I'd usually work on that one like Monday, Tuesday, and then Witchy Wednesday, I'd pull this one out and work on it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'd pull that one back out Saturday and kind of go through that. But this one does stitch up pretty quickly. I have not devoted much time to it. I'm doing part 2 right now. And I've converted all my colors except black to Color and Cotton threads. And if you want to see what they are, if you look on my Instagram account, I tried to post pictures of them. So I'm currently trying to find the perfect light orangey color to finish off the flowers and to do this pumpkin. So I figure once I'm done with some other things you're going to see here in a minute, that's when I will get back to this. I probably won't have this done in time for Halloween, but if I can work on it during the month of October, I will be happy. So then, now we're into August, and school is starting, and I thought, hey, I just survived the summer home with 3 kids, and now my 2 big kids are off at school all day. That's why it's so quiet right now. Baby's asleep, and the 2 are at school. So I thought I needed a little reward, and I wanted this up in my house for fall. So I pulled out Hands-On Design, Sunflower Manor. So beautiful. You can see all my stuff in here. So I started this on August 14th. That was the first day of school for my children. And again, I was moving along really, really well with this. If you've been watching my progress, this is what I stitch on in the dreaded pickup line, that I can sit there for 20 minutes and just stitch, and then the principal walks by and like writes down my kids' names and gives me this funny look like, what is she doing? Nothing, just stabbing fabric. Don't worry about me, Mr. Schumacher. So here is where I'm at on that. Again, I was flying. I was making great progress. Got this whole half over here done. What I like to do is I like to do the outlines first and then fill in. To me, that's just easiest. I'm using the called for colors on this, except I've switched. The green is Leprechaun by Color and Cotton. And then the DMC, I used 3865 for the white because I'm not going to use chalk. It looks the same to me. And then the blue is the DMC that they have listed. So I love that though. Look how pretty. So I really, really am dying to get back to this because my sunflowers have been cut down already, but I want it out for the rest of fall. So hopefully get this done and hang it up until Christmas stuff goes up. That's the plan. So I need to get back to that. It's like the story of, I need to get back to it. I want to get back to it. So what distracted me from that is I had a new design that popped into my brain. And when I come up with something new, it's like, I got to do it. And especially if it's a seasonal thing, it's like, I got to do it right now, right this second. There's no time to wait. Do it now. So I wonder if I wonder if I was a weird kid. I was a weird kid. Because I was the kid that my mom always got Country Living magazine, and I always loved reading it. Like 10 years old, ooh, a new Country Living, Mom, can I look at it? And so I would look at her Country Living magazine. And so now that I'm all grown up, I get my own Country Living, and the October issue came the other day. And this is what the cover was like. And I thought, oh, that's really cute. I'm never in a million years going to make my pumpkins into animals because nobody's got time for that action. But this one little line here, it says, a spooktacular Halloween hoedown. It sparked an idea. And for some reason, I started thinking, wouldn't that be funny if, like, farm animals dressed up in costumes? Doesn't everybody think that way? So, again, if you follow me on Instagram, Barbie's Petal Pusher, you will have seen this already, but I started thinking of, okay, well, what kinds of costumes would the animals wear? Well, it's perfectly logical in my brain that a pig would dress up as a bat. So that's what I did. So this is Bat Pig. And I love him. He is so cute. This is stitched on 32 count treasure map by Color and Cotton. It's not showing up the best color, but it's just kind of like a coffee tea dyed kind of look to it. And it's just all in DMC. You could use variegated though. And then I did sticky board with a homespun a la Priscilla. And then as luck would have it, Walmart had these little ornaments. And so I just glued it onto the bottom of the ornament, and it is so stinking cute. I love it. So that is Bat Pig. He's in my Etsy shop, Petal Pusher, if you are interested. He was a really quick stitch. I think I started him and finished him within like, I want to say 4 or 5 days tops, and that was even with barely working most nights on him and a little bit in the pickup line, but he just stitched up really fast. So, because I mean, it's just, you can see my whole hand. And I don't have big hands. I've got tiny little mitts. Covers it up. So that is Bat Pig. And then the reason that I haven't got back to the other stuff is there's one more friend joining him, and I still have my needle and stuff in here, so bear with me. This is what I'm working on right now. So this is my current whip. And if a bat's going to dress up like a pig, well then of course a cow is going to dress up like the devil, right? So this is my cow. Her name is Muella DeVille. And yeah, she's pretty cute. She's almost done. I'm hoping the border I should get finished later today. And then I just have grass, and she needs her face. And she's going to have a little pitchfork and some hay, and she's going to be super cute. So look for her in the shop soon. I might just stop with these two for now, but if you guys really like them, I might make some more. I've got more ideas of animals and costumes. Seems logical, right? I did have another new release that's in my shop I want to talk about really fast. This is, now bear with my Spanish. I'm not a Spanish major. I never took Spanish. But I believe it's La Flor de Nochebuena. And that means, translates to poinsettia. And I just love this one. So again, this is Color and Cotton. I caught on a theme here that I'm Color and Cotton obsessed. This is Color and Cotton. I think it was called Irish Green, maybe? I don't know. The day it came, I was like, that's the perfect fabric. That's what I need. And I instantly sent it off to my sample stitcher. So the story behind this one is that, so for those of you that don't know, I was an art teacher for 10 years, primarily elementary school art. And one of the projects we would always do around Christmas time is I would read them the story The Legend of the Poinsettia by Tommy DePaola, one of my favorite authors and illustrators. And the story is that in a little village in Mexico long ago, it was Christmas Eve, and a little peasant girl had no money to buy a gift for the baby Jesus. So everyone was going to church and they would put gifts at the altar for baby Jesus on Christmas Eve Mass. So we got kind of a little Mexican style church here and the candles lighting the way. But this little girl had no gift. And so she just found some weeds alongside of the road and gathered them up and brought them in and put them in front of the altar and knelt down to pray. And as she prayed, the weeds burst into beautiful red stars and blooms, which are poinsettias. And that's why they're called the flower of the Holy Night. So here's my poinsettias that I made, kind of star-shaped. Sorry, the lighting's not super great here. I think the sun went behind a cloud. There you go, and I'm just learning how to use this camera on the computer too. So, and then I tried to do kind of a Mexican-inspired pattern along the border there, which I really love how that turned out. And then kind of the theme of the whole story is that the greatest gift comes from the heart. So this is also, wrong way. This is also in my Etsy shop if you are interested in stitching it. I do need some help though. So I popped it in this frame that I got from Michael's. And I think it looks okay, but I don't feel like it's really like doing it justice. So if you have any suggestions, like I'm trying to figure out, do I need to add something or move it down and add something, or, you know, move it up? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it okay? Do I need more? It just seems a little blah to me. I don't know. I'm not a bow person, so like adding a thing, that's not really me. But anyway, let me know below. All right, so that's pretty much what I've been stitching this summer. Look at this, 16 minutes and I'm still able to record. I'm not gonna last real long because I'm not gonna push my luck though. So now we got haul. Let me get my tub o haul. Now keep in mind, please, this is like everything I've purchased from May until now. It's September 17th, something like that. Okay, so here we go. First up is my Color and Cotton, whatever month. This was the fabric of the month. This is what you just saw. It is not showing up very well, but it looks really blue on the screen, but it's way more greeny. This is the Irish Green Joblin that I used for my last piece. Beautiful. Then I went to my L&S, which is Stitcher Station. Man, drew a blank there. Up in Hillsboro, Illinois. And I found some goodies there that I just couldn't pass up. I don't get to go there all that often. So first, I gave in and couldn't resist. I got Buzzy string. And this was the only string she had, but I went ahead and grabbed it. I found this one, which Blackbird Designs is starting to suck me in. Winter Wonderland. I think that's so pretty. Don't know when I'll get to it, but I like that it's not Christmas, it's just winter. Because I feel like I have lots of Christmas, but not much winter. And then, of course, I had to add to my Prairie Schooler collection. So I found, and you know I'm an original cardstock snob, Just Hatched. Cute, cute. I didn't win it on Michelle Bendy Stitchy's giveaway, so I saw it and I was like, better grab it. It's meant to be spring and fall. I don't have summer and winter. Need to find that sometime. And I went ahead and grabbed Christmas Traditions. Cute. I've been shopping at this L&S for like 3 years or so. Just discovered that she has a basement. I just discovered it the last time I was there. And that's like where all of her sale stuff is. And guess what I found down there? ABC for Prairie Schooler. And it was half price, $3.50. Yeah, $3.50. You can't leave it. And Y and Z. Again, half price. Do I have any of the other alphabet? No, but I got the beginning and I got myself the end. Will I ever get the other ones? I don't know. But when you find an original cardstock Prairie Schooler, half price, you don't leave it there. You buy it. Right? Yeah. So, that was my trip to the L&S. Then I had bookmarked and had just been patiently waiting for the City Stitcher. I know that Lori Mischievous Stitches had talked about it, and a couple other people too, and I was like, I loved some of her patterns, so I finally bit the bullet and did it one day. So I got the Prairie Farm sampler. I do live in the Prairie State after all, Illinois. I got the Starry Night sampler. My daughter's name is Eleanor. Had to get it. Spelled different though, E-L-E-A. And then I really like this one because the big flowers, A Guide to Thee. So these were great. They're great charts, nicely made and not pricey. My goodness, 20 minutes in, look at this. All right, we're gonna keep going. So then I found on Stash Unloading, cross stitch only, this one, which I don't think I'd seen before. And I was all about the sunflowers this summer. My children and I planted some sunflower seeds in front of our dining room window, and the package was like, they're only 4 to 6 feet tall, and I thought, okay, that's not too bad. These suckers grew to 8 feet tall. You could not walk on our sidewalk to our house. They were huge, but we loved them because we watched the hummingbird come every day, and then the goldfinches came, and it was great. So, since no chart can travel alone, this one had a buddy. I've decided to finally just give in. Don't resist any longer. I have loved these Cottage of the Month things for years. And I kept telling myself, you don't need them. You don't need them, Barbie. Just, you've got enough to stitch. And then this one was for sale with this one. And I thought, screw it. I'm just going to get it. So I'm starting to collect these now. So I've got one. I've got March. Another beautiful fabric came. This is Sampler Gold. You've seen it in other people's stuff. I have already put away all the flosses I got from Color and Cotton because it was a lot. Not stitching related, but Lolly, you'll like this. I don't quilt. I would love to quilt, but again, who's got time for that right now? Not this girl. And I love Tula Pink. If you have caught on yet, I like bright colors for the most part. You can see my little rainbow crayons back here, and like I just like bright stuff. So Tula Pink is one of my favorite fabric designers, and she had a new collection coming out that I love and I had to get, and so I finally was like, I'm getting it. I'm a grown woman. If I want it, I'm just gonna get it. So I got it. So I got some, this is her De La Luna. How pretty is that? I always, again, back to my teaching days, I always taught a Day of the Dead unit to my elementary school kids, which we're in, you know, South Central Illinois. There's not a whole lot of Mexican culture going on around here. Love it. Gorgeous. So I got that piece. This is my, you have to learn to make a project bag now, Barbie, so you can make a Halloween one with this. And then I also got this one, which is, I think, my favorite. Got the little deadhead moth, which makes me think of Emily C. And then this one was on clearance, and I thought it would be pretty for a summertime bag. Love those birdies. So I got some Tula Pink fabric finally to add to my stash. We're still not done with haul. That's like July. We're in July. So then I was like, all right, I've got those, the buzzy string. So I went on 1, 2, 3 stitch, got spooky string, and thankful string. Then the other day, I don't even remember what order all this came in. So then Pam and Steph were talking about, what is it called? The Count and Needle in Bloomington, Illinois, which is like 2 hours from me. And that they were just an online shop, so I popped online real quick, and I found a couple things, again, that needed to come home with me. So I got, this was the last one I needed, the Spring Smalls. So I got it with the little charms and goodies. And they did have a cottage, so I grabbed June Cottage. And these were all like 40% off, I think, which was a good deal. And I got another Prairie Schooler Fairy. And then I got these 2 threads because I thought this could maybe work for that pumpkin, but it's a little too yellowy, I think. I got those. Maybe they were, I don't know, 40 or 50% off at the time. And then they also sent a little, 2 freebies. This one and this one, which is very nice. So, Count and Needle website, if you haven't checked it out, hop to it. before all the good stuff's gone. And then, oh, I had got those other, I went on a little Lizzie Kate bender. This was supposed to be the other ones. So I ordered these 2 strings, and thanks to Nell at Little Yellow House Crafts, I got the Let Them Be Small, because this is a reminder I need some days when the littles try your patience. And it was back ordered at the time, and then it finally came in as Mary string as well. And I'm totally going to copy Priscilla and Chelsea and stitch it on the aqua, because that was super cute. So, and last but not least on the haul is my last color in cotton, which is called South Beach. Showing up a little darker. Again, it's a little cloudy. I don't even have the lights on down here, but there it is. That's everything. That's what I did this summer. How I spent my summer vacation right there. So yeah, I've got lots of stitching to do. Some new designs hopefully coming out again soon. Be on the lookout for Muella DeVille, hopefully sometime this week. Oh, Needlework Galleria. That is this weekend, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I can't go Saturday because we have soccer and flag football, and my neighbor who's 90 years old, Frank, he's the best. He's having Frank Fest. I have the coolest 90-year-old neighbor, let's face it. So we're going to Frank Fest this weekend. So I can't go Saturday. I'm not going to go Thursday. So I'm hoping Friday that I'll go to Needlework Galleria. I might be flying solo, which, yes, I can sit here and talk to you on a computer screen and you think, oh, she seems like a bubbly, outgoing person. I am not an outgoing person. I kind of go with stranger danger and I don't talk to people very well. So if you're at Needlework Galleria and you see me wandering around kind of alone and helpless, would you come adopt me, please? Because I'm going to be nervous walking around, and I'm going to be totally starstruck because I know Kitten Stitcher's going to be there, and I know Pam and Steph are going to be there, and I think D Squared are going to be there, and I don't want to look like a fool going, oh my gosh, it's Kitten Stitcher, oh my gosh, Pam and Steph. But that's what I'm going to be feeling like inside. So, yeah, if you see me, say hi, please. Maybe let me come sit with you and stitch for a while, or go out to lunch or something. But yeah, I think I'll be there. So I'm looking forward to that. It's the first ever like stitching thing I've gone to ever. But St. Charles, Missouri is maybe 30 minutes from me, so I have no excuse not to go. What else? I think that's about it. It is blazing hot here this week, hence the tank top. It's going to be in the 90s again all week long. I think Friday it's maybe supposed to rain and finally cool down. I keep wanting to get all my fall stuff out, but it doesn't feel like fall. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, I held it in. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be stitching. Going to Needlework Galleria, trying to stay cool, going to lots of soccer games, Frank Fest on Saturday, and hopefully I'll check in with you guys soon. I gotta figure out now how to load this up on my new computer, so fingers crossed it goes well. And I hope you enjoyed all my summer stuff. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.